Is your life similar in a sense to a guy like Dan Bilzerian? I mean, he's far more public and he's got a bigger reach with the Instagram thing, and he made that
Yeah.
happen a number of years ago. But I mean, you're a guy that I can reach out to. Like I've got you on WhatsApp, I can reach
Yeah.
out to you and say, hey, what are you up to, sort of thing. But I feel like your
Well,
life is like his, but I don't even know if it's at another level. Like I feel like you guys live better, to some regard, because the way that you have no apologies to anything in a different sort of
there,
way.
there's a debate with Dan Bilzerian. There's a debate whether he was legit, whether he's not, whether it's dad's money, whether he's,
Do you think he's legit?
actually rich himself. I hoped he was for a very long time, but finding out that when all these stories came out, that he's a big fake, but people have written bullshit about me too. So I did my research, and when it all came out it was fake, it kind of upset me because I feel like I like people like him existing to give that message to, what, I live how I want, I fuck who I want. I'm not going to get tied down. I'm not going to get divorce rate. I just put my dick in whichever model I like, and everyone can leave me alone and I don't apologize. I like that being broadcast to the world because I actually think it's a healthy message for a lot of young men to hear. And it's something that a lot of young men need to know is possible. So it's not like me finding out Santa wasn't real, because I don't fucking idolize him. I don't idolize anybody. I'm a self-made man. I live in my own world. But at my level and my brother's level, you have to understand I've met women and fucked women who have been to his house, who have been to his parties. So I know his setup. His setup is he contacts the model agencies. They all sign NDAs. She shouldn't have spoke to me. I'm not going to name drop her. Mm-hmm. They all sign NDAs. They get an allowance. They get their flights paid for.
You can't rely on a woman signing an NDA to keep her mouth shut, can you?
Exactly. Clearly, obviously not. They get an allowance, a weekly expenditure. Now he doesn't actually pay them for sex, but they're flown in, they're paid for. They're given money to hang out with him, and he does fuck some of them. Now that's very different from my setup. Typically, my setup was for many, many years, I would approach women and meet them and seduce them in the old-fashioned way. And within a few months, they were earning money for me to make me richer, either on webcam or a platform like OnlyFans or something like that. So I see myself on a higher level because I distinguish the difference between being a customer and being a provider of the service. I'm the guy who gets money because he has women, not the guy who spends his money to get women near him. But I liked the message he was spreading out there. Is my life similar to his? I don't know. He is the king of Instagram. Good for him. I mean, he's a big boy on Instagram. I'm about 300 and something thousand followers. Each time I get new cars, etc., it jumps by 10, 15,000. I will climb up there eventually, but that's not why I'm doing it. I don't post as often as I should. I don't take my Instagram as serious as I could. A lot of the fun things I do aren't on my Instagram. If I took it more seriously, I think I could be bigger. But my life is certainly amazing. I haven't lived his life.
How do you distinguish what part of your life gets to be shown on Instagram versus what you reserve to be kept private?
Well, it's all down to I don't care about my Instagram audience. For me, it's how much trouble is this going to cause me? So in the last episode of
with other women or with the authorities or in general?
In general, but usually with other women, with people. I mean, there's last episode of Take Confidential, mine and my brother's kind of YouTube vlog where we just sometimes whip out our phones when we're doing shit and we edit the footage together. I was on a camping trip. We rented these big tents in the Transylvania mountains, kind of glamping more than camping. Mm-hmm. But I was with 3 different women. Now, all the women who know me know who these 3 are. And after that episode was released, it was all, oh, why didn't I get invited? Why didn't you bring me? I'm like, because you don't like her and she doesn't like her, and it's chess and it's politics, and it gets me in trouble. So that's what I think about before I post things on social media. I don't care about my audience and what they'd like to see. Mm-hmm. I think, is this going to get me in trouble? Is this going to cause me unnecessary headache and unnecessary grief? I want to keep my life happy. So I'm happy having all the pictures of the women, all the pictures of me partying with girls in my phone, and I don't need to show anybody. I just don't. Like, it's not why I do it.
Do you think that there's a chunk of the guys out there that purport to hold out to the public that they're authorities on women and dating that are full of crap? That aren't?
I think this is a slippery slope I'm going to go down. But
slide down it.
Yeah, man. There are
let's go down the rabbit hole.
There are people who I think can teach certain things to different calibers of men. But in terms of just having it nailed, in terms of what I refer to as living in God mode, like I can't have as much sex per day as the number of really beautiful women who want to have sex with me. I don't have that many hours because I'm busy driving supercars and doing other shit. This is why I describe my life as God mode. It's unlimited resources, essentially. And I think it's very easy to on the internet, because so many men are in a horrible position right now. So many men are living lives where they're failing with women. They're failing on the sexual battlefield. They're failing in the sexual marketplace. They have no clue that it's very easy to be a pretender. I mean, I'm a martial artist. I come from a kickboxing background, and there are some gyms, especially in the United States, they're referred to as McDojos, when someone doesn't know how to fight, doesn't know karate, doesn't know kickboxing, doesn't know taekwondo, but he's teaching other people how to fight. And, because it's very cool to have men look up to you and be like, yeah, this guy's a badass. They don't want to put in the years of hard training. They don't want to do the actual work. They just want people to admire them as some sort of authority on something that's badass. And whooping people's ass and having sex with a bunch of beautiful women is a badass thing to do. And on Twitter, it's very, very easy. I mean, don't even get me started on anonymous accounts. Rivellino, like, are you joking? Bro, the mask slips occasionally. He once bragged about having sex with 7 different women in 5 years. The mask slipped off. And you saw for a second underneath, like 7 in 5 years. I've literally done 7 in 48-hour periods of time. And for him to be an authority that people listen to, it just goes to show the state of men as a whole is lost. It's terrible for these people to be authorities. They're all fake. 90%. 90%. The guys who claim to sleep with beautiful women and bed beautiful women, 90%. Now, there are people like Rollo Tomasi who, and Rollo talks shit about me sometimes, but let me tell you something. I have friends who will be like, I was married and I read his book and his book saved my life. Mm-hmm. I haven't read Rollo's book, but I've read one actually on audiobook. But I don't need the work of Rollo Tomasi. But when people who I respect say, yeah, his work saved my life, I'm like, you know what? Cool. That Rollo guy obviously knows something. But Rollo doesn't run around saying I fuck all the pussy. This is why I don't have anything really bad to say about him. But loads of guys claim that they do fuck all the pussy, and no one shows receipts. No one is like, here are all the women I'm sleeping with. I mean, you just pulled up one of my tweets. I used to run that anonymous account where every day I was tweeting the women I slept with.
Yeah, that was a very small following there too, and I was privileged enough to see all of that.
I've still got that I've still got that. I run an Instagram account now that has no followers and it's private. But each time I sleep with a new woman, starting at this year, I just upload a picture of her for myself because it makes me happy to see it. And when you're playing at my level, 90% of the guys out there claiming to date women, sleep with women, meet women, pull women, they're all fake. No one's showing their cards. No one's showing their me and my brother had the analogy. We're saying if we're fishermen and we all talked about fishing all day long, me and Andrew are the guys on Instagram with our huge catches, weighing them, saying, this is my fish, this is my fish. Everyone just talks about fishing all day. Where's everyone's fucking fish? Where are the pictures? Where's the evidence? It's mind-blowing that these guys still can have such a large audience showing 0 receipts. 0, not even 1.
Anon accounts are dangerous,
the worst,
and often quite deceptive. I mean, why are they hiding? Why can't we see what's going on? You see it in all kinds of different genres out there. It's not just in spaces like this too, right? I mean, you see it everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, you know the answer already. You know the answer. Why can't we see them? Because what they are saying they do and what they claim to have doesn't exist. Illimitable Man is Tell Your Son This is world renowned for his
I've been blocked by a lot
mindset.
of those guys. Yeah, I've been blocked by a lot of those guys because I called them out on their shit.
Yeah.
Not as much as you guys. I mean, you guys destroyed that guy with like 1 week of material, I think, right?
Yeah. The guy the Geordie guy.
No, Tell Your Son This guy. That guy.
Tell Your Son This,
because he was chasing one of the girls that was in your cam studio or something, was it? Or was that the Geordie guy?
No, well, it's both of them. Okay. So, and there's a few names. I'm not going to do it. But very recently, a couple months ago, one of these, I'm a playboy, I'm this, I'm that, who doesn't tell anyone his real identity, with the exact same email address he uses on his his mailing list, etc., had signed up to an OnlyFans account and was tipping one of my girls money. So you know who you are, my friend. This beer's on you, I guess. Thank you very much. But you need to get off the internet telling men that you know how to get laid, because I've read your messages and they're really fucking sad. They're really sad. Rich, you know what? Fuck it. Do I say his name? Do I just tell you?
You know what? Just send it over to me on the WhatsApp.
I will.
Yeah, do it. Because now I got to know.
Give me 30 seconds. Ask your next question. I'll track it down.